gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. I'm so delighted to see many old friends and the luminaries of the insurance sector, especially those who are bringing in a lot of change through technology. My journey in service in the government has brought me in close touch with the use of technology. In fact, I have been a part of that for a very, very long time. Almost 20 years of my service actually was involving implementation of various initiatives, various types of architecture in technology, using technology in various sectors. I just wanted to bring you a very short, set of learnings from what India has in place and what is it that it might hold for insurance sector. So we are, I think, all aware of the successes that have happened over the past decade or so, starting with Aadhar. Aadhar marked the creation of a very new type of a model, a complete stack built for addressing a particular set of problems. So Aadhar, by name itself, was a foundational stack, and nationwide, public in character, which means that the government actually invested in building the core database and the core technologies, making it safe and reliable and trustworthy. But what are the services that Aadhar offers? The services that are offered by Aadhar are absolutely simple. It's a yes-no service, or it is bringing you some tiny bit of data from a very authentic, trustworthy source. There are just two types of services primarily. How are these offered? These are offered not by UIDAI itself. The core database of UIDAI and the APIs are in place. They are open APIs. This is offered by an ecosystem that is built around UIDAI. A large number of providers use those and are the bridge between the core database and the offerings that a public digital platform brings in, and the users. And the users can be absolutely diverse. It can be banks, it can be telcos, it can be government offices which require a simple thing like attendance. It can be anyone who seeks KYC. And all of it digital, all of it instant, all of it trustworthy, all of it absolutely you can bank on it. And that tiny thing with barely $1 per record, that was the cost of sort of building that kind of a thing, creates an impact which is 100-fold, possibly 1,000-fold, and it is like a Kamadhenu. It keeps giving you results year after year after year. Creates a completely new ecosystem, creates a foundation for something else to happen. UPI. Remember the period when technology, was considered a sort of a threat, even after the core banking had come in. Lots of predictions that, banks will have a tough time when young companies, when small companies, when fleet lightweight entities which are able to offer a different kind of a product come into play. Has that happened? No, UPI has grown exponentially. UPI brings absolutely convenient service into our pocket, into our mobile phones. All of us have ended up using UPI again and again and again, multiple times during a day. Has it shattered the banking sector? No. It has further strengthened it in many, many ways. Because a very simple thing, there were already accounts. There were already deposits in accounts. There was already payment from those accounts for various purposes. There were various methods of depositing money into the accounts or taking them out or getting to know what is the balance. All of that has become far, far simpler. So much so that it is almost frictionless. It is almost involving for the merchant, it is a zero cost transaction, practically a zero cost transaction. For the users, it is absolutely convenient, and that has resulted in an exponential growth. Again, nationwide, public in character. The underlying platform is public and a non-profit in character. It's digital, it's born digital, and it's a platform which gives an opportunity to all the players who can contribute to that sector to come on to one common marketplace. Entry barriers are lowered. Even today, even when there are giants in the field, it is possible for new entities to come in and create new payment services. Entry barriers are low. Entry is facilitated. The startup programs, the incentives, the regulatory sandbox approach makes it possible for very young entities who could never have dreamt of creating a new product in the financial fintech sector. A tiny team can create something, make use of a regulatory sandbox to test out, to refine the product, and all of a sudden, they have all of India, all the account holders in India, all the people who are used to UPI as their clients. What does that do to the cost of acquisition of a client? In my discussions with friends in the insurance sector, the cost of acquisition of clients, of customers, my inference is that it is unacceptably high. What UPI has done for a new age player, for someone who deploys digital technologies, to be able to bring low cost services to a vast number of people, I think needs to get replicated sector after sector after sector. Beyond UPI, a very simple entity called DigiLocker. Again, national, public in character, national public digital platform. National, public in character, provides a number of services, helps you with KYC, helps you with storage of your important documents. More importantly, it helps you connect with anyone else who is offering documents that have been published. Universities, colleges, Aadhar, PAN, passport, all kinds of driving licenses, the EPF, Provident Fund accounts, all kinds of services can become available through a single platform. Again, at no cost to the citizens, because the cost is so low that the government is able to bear it without sweating. Again, National Public Digital. Arogya Setu and CoWIN. Remember the trauma and the fears that were there when COVID came in? A tiny platform, tiny instrument like Arogya Setu, notched up crore, 10 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore, later on 20 crore users, super fast, faster than anything that had been seen before. It served a purpose, it sort of went away with time because there was no need, but there was need for vaccination. Again, a very lightweight national platform that could help every one of us, you and me, to get our vaccinations with convenience, speed, certainty, and be able to flash our certificate moments after getting vaccinated. Unparalleled. To be able to find where the vaccines are available, getting administered, and talking to a system which already knows you, and it knows that you have had Covaxin earlier. So next time it is connecting you to a place where you will get the same second dose of the vaccine or third dose. Imagine what a lightweight technology is able to do when it brings all the players into one common place. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission is something that is going on now. It builds on, of course, for the core health insurance, which is offered by the government. I think that becomes a part of finally what ABDM will do. What will ABDM end up doing? Creating a health ID or a health account for everyone, Aadhar account, bringing all the service providers in the health industry, health and wellness industry onto one platform, hospitals, doctors in various disciplines of medicine, including the Ayush systems, diagnostic labs, service providers of all kinds, health insurance, all of these will be part of one family. Again, able to talk to each other, able to find competitive offerings instantaneously, connect to that, and they bring everyone onto one platform. What does it do for industry? What does it do for the players? It brings in the possibility of moving from the arithmetic to a geometric kind of a growth, unlocking the possibility of an exponential. The initial stage is always slow, it is painful, it requires tremendous amount of adjustment. But when it kicks in, when the network effect starts showing its impact, everyone gets benefited tremendously. There are two more platforms that I want to mention, and then I want to derive a few lessons from those. One which is already taking shape is something called Bhashini. Bhashini, Bhashini. It is now available. It's the National Language Technology or the Natural Language Technology Mission of the government, which has coalesced into an app called Bhashini. There are plenty of things in the back end. But in front, as of now, there is a Bhashini app, available both on App Store and Play Store. Do check it out. Check out the voice module. Check out the ease and simplicity and the fair amount of accuracy with which it cuts across languages. It uses AI in a remarkable manner. So all of a sudden, something which is made available by even a tiny company in only one language or two languages, I feel that APIs from this kind of an effort will help reach out to vernacular language customers across the country with far, far greater ease and simplicity. Do check this out. Again, it brings not just the databases together, but data models together and offerers of various services. It's a competitive platform. It is not one entity offering these services. Any service that you see on Bhashini represents the best in case of multiple people, for instance, who are able to provide Telugu to Kannada or Hindi to Marathi or vice versa. And there is one development that is happening again at a very nascent stage, which I believe has tremendous learnings especially for this sector. This is called the Open Network for Digital Commerce, ONDC. ONDC is still work in progress. It's still very small. But it operates at a very different level. It is representing the next generation of nationwide initiatives. It is no longer just one platform. You are aware that, with the success of UPI, and especially in the financial sector, when something succeeds and becomes a monolith, there is a concentration risk. What if something happens to the core platform? So RBI has in the past talked about, do we need to have multiple UPIs? Do we need to have a competitor or competitors to UPI? ONDC actually starts from the ground up, from the architecture up, to resolve that problem. ONDC learns not from the platform, the core idea of platforms. It learns from the core idea of networks, which means that it primarily works with standards, with interoperability, with effort at the protocol layer, not at the application layer. It derives its inspiration from the internet itself. There is no single point of failure in the internet. The maximum concentration risk is only in the subsea cables. A network means that different players don't even need to come on to just one platform. There can be multiple platforms offering that service. In case of ONDC, Amazon, Flipkart, and various other platforms today are aggregators of mobility. Ola, Uber, and various others that are coming in now in various cities. All of them can make use of this. The same platform doesn't have to offer all the services. A network is there where supplier side and buyer side can both be represented by multiple players. So this is something that I would suggest needs to be looked at more seriously by the insurance sector. When all of you come together, when all of you look at what are the pain points, also consider partnering with smaller entities that can in a pinpointed manner identify the pain points and give you much better solutions. Do it in partnership. Do not allow young companies to come and disrupt you. disrupt yourself and make sure that the pain points go away with a concerted, harmonized effort. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.